Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. This is Vidhika, your law faculty at iExamB. In this video, I am going to discuss a strategy to prepare for SEBI Grade A Legal Officer exam. As Sushil sir has already disclosed tentative dates for SEBI exam in the month of February, either in the second week or in the third week. So in this video, I am going to propose a 10-week strategy beginning from tomorrow, how you can strategize your preparation to clear the exam in the first attempt. Subscribe to our channel to get all the information relating to government exams. You can write to us at hello@iexamb.com or you can call us on the number which is mentioned on the screen. So as I have said, in this video we are going to discuss a strategy how to prepare for SEBI Grade A Legal Officer exam in these upcoming 10 weeks, expecting the exam to be held in the second or third week of February. First of all, let's look at the past notifications. So in 2017, the notification came out in May and the exam was conducted in the month of June. In 2018, the notification came out in September and the prelims exam was in November. And in 2020, the notification came out in March and the exam was in April. The idea behind looking at this past notification is that you may analyze how many number of days were given right from the date of notification, the first date of filling the exam form, till the preliminary exam. So as you can see, in 2017, there was a window of near about 50 days. In 2018, it was 62 days and in 2020, it was only 35 days. So do not wait for the notification. At present, it is the right time to start your preparation for the exam. You still have around 10-11 weeks, 70 days in hand, and this is a very good time to prepare for the exam. If you are consistent, if you are dedicated, you can as well clear the exam in this attempt. So now let's look at the exam pattern once. There are two phases in the exam. Phase 1 has two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is QRE and GA. As you can see, there are multiple choice questions on various subjects, general awareness, including some questions relating to financial sector of easy to moderate difficulty level, English language, quantitative aptitude and test of reasoning. In paper 2, in legal stream, you will have multiple choice questions on specialized subject related to stream. Now in this paper 1, you will have total 80 questions. So 20 questions from each of the area, 20 in quant, 20 in reasoning. And in legal, you will have 50 questions from your specialized subject, from your legal subject. This phase 1 is only merit based. So out of these 100 marks, the minimum cutoff is 30. That means you should score at least 30 marks in this. And in paper 2, the minimum is 40. That means out of 100, you should score 40 marks. And the aggregate merit is 40% out of 200. That is near about 80 marks. So if you add this 30 and 40, this becomes 70. And you have to just manage 10 marks more in order to clear phase 1. I will advise you to target at least 100 marks so that after your phase 1, you are not in a dilemma whether you should prepare for phase 2 or not. Now coming to your phase 2, in this again you have two papers. The first paper is descriptive English, which is to test your drafting skills. It will have comprehension, précis writing, essay writing, and there could be letter or report writing as well. And in paper 2, again it is multiple choice questions, MCQs type, consisting of your law questions. Again, here will be 50 questions of 100 marks. Now this cut-off criteria is not on merit based. Here you have to score very high marks, very good marks, so that you are shortlisted for the interview and you can make to the final merit list. In one of my videos on iExamB channel, I have already discussed what is meant by this weightage, how this cutoff is calculated. You can check out that video to see how much scores, how much mark you should target in your phase 2 in both the paper and in your interview. Now the question comes when, how and what. When you should prepare, when you should study, how you should study and what you should study. These are the questions that we are going to answer in the upcoming slides. So as we can see from the exam pattern, there are three parts. One is QRE and GA, that is your paper 1 in phase 1. Then there is law, that is your paper 2 in both the phases, and descriptive English, which is your paper 1 in phase 2. In one of the sessions, Prachi ma'am has already discussed that you should at least devote 30 to 32 hours per week for studies if you want to clear the exam in this attempt. In this strategy, of course, you can edit this time interval according to your own level of preparation, according to your own understanding, depending upon how much you can devote on your weekdays, whether you can devote 3 or 4 hours on weekdays or 7 or 8 hours on weekdays. It entirely depends upon you. The next thing that you should do is follow the syllabus thoroughly. Now what you should study, that is what comes in point 3, that is follow the syllabus. The syllabus for law has been clearly defined in the notification. We will see it in the upcoming slides. The next point that you should keep in mind is revise and practice. Only reading one time is not criteria by which you can clear the exam. You will have to keep on revising it again and again, and you will have to practice a lot of questions. And this is how you can clear this exam. Now let's continue with this point 3. If I am suggesting that you follow the syllabus, then what is the syllabus? Let's start with the first syllabus, that is phase 1, paper 1, QRE. So in this slide, we are going to discuss about quantitative aptitude. The important topics that you should know under quantitative aptitude, the first of all, the most important one is data interpretation. A lot of questions can be expected. You can expect at least 5 to 10 questions from data interpretation, bar graph, table or caselet DI. Then the other important topic is percentage, profit loss, simple interest and compound interest, ratio and proportion, average and allegation, partnership and ages, time, speed and distance, train, board and stream, quadratic equation, number series, mensuration, permutation and combination, and probability. Being a law student and being out of touch with maths for quite a long time, this is the section which kind of appears very difficult to most of the law graduates. So what you can do for this section, start with the easy topics: quadratic equation, number series, percentage, ratio and proportion, average, allegation, partnership and ages. These are quite easy topics and very scoring from an exam point of view. So you can start from these topics. Moving to next topic, that is reasoning. So in this, the important sections are common sense reasoning, ranking, coding decoding, coded inequality, direction and distance, syllogisms, input output, coded blood relation, puzzles, seating arrangement. These two again hold a lot of weightage in the exam. Then there is analytical reasoning and data sufficiency. Here again you can start with the easy topics. You can start with coded blood relations, you can start with inequalities, coding decodings, direction and distance. These are quite easy topics, and you can start with easy level puzzles and seating arrangements. Now moving to your English syllabus, the questions are usually from these topics: reading comprehension, para jumbles, para completion, vocabulary, error spotting, sentence correction, close test, rearrangement of sentences, and match the columns. The next one is your GA syllabus. GA is quite vast, so whatever is written is only indicative, and you have to study at least 6 months GA, 6 to 8 months GA. So if the exam is expected in the month of February, you should at least study GA from the month of August. The important topics that you should cover under this are banking reforms. You should know about the regulatory bodies RBI and SEBI. It is SEBI grade A exam, so obviously you should know about SEBI. Then international banking, banking and financial terms, financial and capital market, capital and money market instruments. Then you should have a knowledge about budget and economic survey, credit rating agencies, RBI monetary policy, any latest news about NPA, any latest news about the securities market, then a little bit information about static GA. Then there could be general awareness which has been current, like any memorandum of understandings which have been signed by India with any foreign country, any new committees which have been established, Navy, military, Air Force exercises being conducted with other countries, mergers, government schemes, appointments, sports. So these all become important topics from GA. Then in phase 1, paper 2, your law syllabus has been given comprehensively by SEBI itself in its notification. Constitution of India holds a weightage of 10%. So at least 5 questions you can expect, 4 to 5 questions from this topic. Then Law of Contracts and Specific Relief Act. Again, this holds a 10% weightage. Criminal law, law of evidence, code of civil procedure, all this together holds a weightage of about 15%. Then there is administrative law and principles of natural justice. This holds a weightage of 10%. Jurisprudence and interpretation of statutes, Again, this holds a weightage of 10%. Then Law of Torts and Consumer Protection Act, Arbitration and Conciliation Act, Transfer of Property Act. Companies Act holds a very high weightage, about 15%, and similarly SEBI laws holds a high weightage, about 15%. In a similar way, phase 2 paper to syllabus is also given very comprehensively along with the weightage of each of the topic as is shown on the screen. So whenever you are preparing, whenever you are starting to prepare, follow the syllabus religiously and revise, keep on revising, keep on practicing questions so that you are able to retain whatever you have studied. Now, how you can do this? For QRE, I'll advise you to start from the basic topics. As per the previous notification, for these topics, you should target at least 30 marks. This is the minimum marks for clearing the exam. I'll advise you to still target at least 50 marks. And based on the paper pattern, there was no sectional cutoffs. So you can make few of the sections more strong and target higher marks in that. If you are more comfortable in English and reasoning, go for it. If you are more comfortable in quant or in GA, then those are your strong areas. That entirely depends upon which areas you want to focus more. If you have already been preparing for other exams and you are strong about GA, that's very good, and you don't feel comfortable in quant, go through the basics of quant only so that you are able to attempt few of the questions and you can make other areas more strong. For law part, I will not advise you to leave anything. This is a very scoring exam, very scoring paper for you. You can easily target 70 marks out of 100. The exam level was that much easy. You can find the previous year papers on our website www.iexamb.com. You can also find the link of the previous year papers in the description below. And the minimum that you need to score here is only 40. So you can see that you have a very high chance of clearing the exam even if paper 1 is not that strong. You make few areas, you work on few areas, and for law, you stress out all these sections, all the important topics. At iExamB, we are starting a new batch for SEBI Grade A Legal online course from 7th of December, and we are giving a flat 35% off right now. You can use the code SEBI35. In this batch, we have video lessons, study notes, practice tests, live sessions, and interview guidance. And this live sessions is something that is going to help you a lot. Live sessions in December are planned for these acts: for Companies Act, for Administrative Law and Principles of Natural Justice, Jurisprudence and Interpretation of Statutes, and Indian Evidence Act. In the month of January, you can see the topics that will be covered are Constitution, IBC, IPC, Taxation. This is your phase 2 topic. IBC is also phase 2 topic. Then SEBI laws, Partnership Act, LLP, Law of Trust. All these three are again phase 2 topics, and the rest of the topics will be covered in the month of February. In these live sessions, we will discuss all the important sections. These are doubt clarifying classes. You can come up with your doubts and we'll discuss them. A lot of MCQs are discussed and all the important sections are being discussed in these live sessions. If you are interested in this course, you can call us on the number mentioned on the screen. The new batch is going to start from 7th of December. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.